Good morning. I'm Isra, co-founder of Brainfix. We have built the first neural rehabilitation system that teaches the children's brain to control their muscles and reconnect, not just move their limbs for them. Let me start by explaining the problem we are solving. In Saudi Arabia alone, there are 40,000 to 50,000 children with cerebral palsy. Their brains can't communicate properly with their muscles. Currently, families have two options. The first one, traditional physical therapy, where a therapist manually moves the child's limbs, hoping repetition will help. However, this approach has a critical flaw. The brain isn't learning anything. As a result, 65% of its children quit therapy because they see zero progress even after families spend $30,000 to $50,000 per year. The second option is imported robotic system that cost $50,000 to $600,000, while these devices can assist movement. But they still don't solve the core problem. They don't teach the brain how to reconnect with the muscles. So, in summary, both options fail because they treat the symptom, not just the cause of the problem. The core of problem is a broken communication pathway between the brain and the muscles. This is exactly what Brainfix addresses, and we do it with a patent closed-loop system. Let me walk you through how it works. First, before each therapy session, we use muscle electrostimulation to prepare and wake up the child's muscles. This makes them more responsive to the therapy. Then, the child puts on our smart sensor suit and VR headset. They start playing an impressive game. Maybe they are flying as a superhero or catching butterflies. As they try to move, for example, reaching to catch an object in the game, our sensor reads the brain signals that are attempting to activate the muscles. Next, our AI algorithm analyzes those weak brain signals in real time and enhance them to the optimal level needed for movement. At the same time, robotic assistive component guide the child's muscle to move correctly. The child sees their movement succeed in the VR game. Critically, the brain then receives two types of feedback: visual feedback from succeeding in the game and physical feedback from the actual movement. Over repeated sessions, the brain learns and rebuilds the neural pathway. The connection gets stronger each time, and eventually the child can control movement with less and less assistance. What makes these revolutions that we are only system that closes the complete loop: brain signals, AI enhancement, guided movement, feedback, brain learning. So now let me explain why this approach is unique. We integrate 5 different technologies in one platform. Number 1, muscle electrostimulation for preparation. Number 2, smart motion tracking sensors that read brain and muscle signals. Number 3, VR gaming environments designed specifically by pediatric specialists. Number 4, AI that adapt to each child's performance in real time. And number 4, robotic assistant that guided movement when needed. Importantly, no one else combines all 5 technologies. Plus, we have patent protection on this closed-loop approach. So, what kind of results are we seeing? First, 70% improvement in the therapy adherence because children actually enjoy the VR games. Second, 35% faster recovery times compared to the traditional therapy. Third, we are 60% cheaper than the imported alternatives. And finally, all progress is tracked with objective data, not subjective guesswork. Now, let's talk about the market opportunity. In Saudi Arabia specifically, there are 40,000 to 50,000 children with cerebral palsy. The current annual spend on rehabilitation is approximately $80 to $1 million. This represents a significant market that currently underserved with effective solutions. Across the border MENA region, 600,000 children are affected. The total market is valued at $250 to 200 million annually, and it's growing at 8 to 10% per year. In terms of our business model, we sell B2B of rehabilitation centers and hospitals. One device can serve 50 to 100 children per year. We price the device at $20,000 to $25,000 plus. We generate recurring revenue from software subscription and maintenance contracts. So, where are we today? First, we have completed our prototype and it's been clinically validated. Second, we have filed our patent applications. Third, we have confirmed partnership with 3 pilot centers launching in Q2 2025. And for year 1, we are targeting 15 centers, which translate to 200 to 300 patients treated and $400,000 to $600,000 in revenue. Which brings me to what we are raising. We are raising $100,000 in funding specifically for the first one, continued technology development and reinforcement, $40,000. Second, clinical validation studies and initial regulatory preparation, $30,000. Building $30,000, and thirdly, building out our technical team, $2,000, and fourth, initial pilot program setup and materials, $10,000. Within 12 months, this will enable us to complete our pilot programs, gather clinical data, and will be positioned for our pre-seed round. So, in summary, Brainfix is creating an entirely new category, pediatric neuroplasticity rehabilitation systems. We have patent technology that's clinically proven to work. We are addressing a $250 to $400 million market that's growing double digits annually. And most important, we are giving 600,000 children across MENA a real chance at